Will Rogers grew up on a ranch, and one important thing about ranches is you would reuse everything. It wasn't recycling, it just simply wasn't wasteful. On a ranch where there's so few resources and you live so far away, you're going to reuse everything as much as you can. Will Rogers brought the spirit of reusing things, what we would now call recycling, to California. Why am I standing in front of a concrete wall? Well, that's because this is all reused material. See, there's a very famous street in Los Angeles called Wilshire Boulevard. And Will Rogers happened to be riding his horse on Wilshire Boulevard one day and noticed that work crews were actually breaking up the sidewalk. See, the roads had to be widened in order to accommodate that newfangled technology, the car. And that meant that the sidewalks had to be shifted and expanded outward. The workers were going to be taking this material and then transporting it to the dump. Will Rogers asked if they would mind if he sent his work crew down to come and pick it up because he had a use for that. In fact, he was building a retaining wall, the same one you see behind me, and he was going to use that concrete for the retaining wall. Pretty good use and recycling of those materials, right? Children and adults had written on the original wet cement when it had been cast for Wilshire Boulevard sidewalk. Will Rogers preserved those pieces when he was making his retaining wall. Every artist has to leave their signature, and this is the signature of Herb E., who on June 27th, 1930, left his mark on the asphalt in front of the retaining wall here at Will Rogers State Historic Park. Who would have thought that there'd be so much history in a wall? This took me back to the 1930s, and I hope you came along with me for the story here at Will Rogers State Historic Park. If you liked that video, please like and subscribe to our page because it'll keep you up to date on what's going on here at Will Rogers.